The Triad is full of talented young youth, and a few of them will soon be a part of one of our nation's biggest holiday events, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
This is such a cool opportunity. They all have one thing in common. They're coached by our next live guest. Let's welcome her in. Joining us now is Kenesha Sierra Turner. She's the owner and CEO of Executive Reign. Good morning. Thank you for being with us.
Good morning, Jasmine and Brian. How are you guys?
We are great. We're great. So tell us more about who Executive Reign is, what your motivation was for starting this.
Absolutely. So Executive Reign is a pageantry consulting company, leadership development, and talent management company. So we are three-pronged under one umbrella. And my motivation for starting it is I'm a pageant girl. So I started when I was 2 years old. And then I retired when I was 17. And then after competing, I started judging and coaching and directing. And then in 2016, I said, it's time for me to start my own business, my own professional coaching business in which I can touch youth all across our great nation. And I remember those things that my mom wanted to know, and we had to figure it out as I was competing. And so I said, it would have been great if I would have had a Miss Kenesha in my life. And so thus I became her for so many other children across the world. And I'm so honored to do what I do.
Well, that's great. And you're passing on the things that you learned through your process, of course. And now you've got some clients that are featured in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. How does that feel for you? And what kind of preparations do they make for November?
It feels amazing. And just for those who don't know, so Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, you cannot easily get into that parade. You have to audition. You have to audition. And so back in January, we submitted 2-minute audition tapes for each of these young ladies. And we just said, you know what? We said a prayer and then we pressed send. And then within 2.5 weeks, we received our official invitation. And so we were just mind blown. I mean, these girls have worked pretty much their entire lives for this because they've been on stages, some of them since they were 2 years old. They have been in dance classes, they have been in acting classes, and all things that they've done individually, but then also I tweet under Executive Reign. So when we talk about professional development, we talk about presenting themselves, competing, being able to perform in front of thousands of people. They prepared for this. And so when this opportunity came, of course, we gave honor to God and we said, thank you. And now we are ready. And so the preparation begins with them getting all of their gear. They'll also be sent their audition, their tapes in order to prepare as far as the choreography. And so they'll get that prior to going. And then when they get to New York, they'll be there for 1 full week leading up to the parade. And while they're there, they will be in intense practices with some of the best choreographers in the nation. And so we are super excited for all the preparation that has gone into it and that will happen in future weeks.
Well, Kenesha, we'll have to follow up with you closer to it because I'm excited to see what that preparation really looks like when they're there in person for that week. But really quickly, I know that leadership development is a huge part of your programming. How do you nurture this skill in your clients?
Absolutely. So when it comes down to preparing them, leadership development starts from within. So I always encourage all of my babies. I know, of course, the professional term is clients, but when you come under Miss Kenesha's realm, then you become my baby. It's an affectionate term. And so I nurture my babies by, first of all, introducing them to themselves, helping them to understand the power that's within them. And so once they get that piece, then the coaching comes easy because they have that self-awareness of who they are. And so then from there, I teach them their modeling. I teach them interviewing techniques. I teach them their routines, how to present themselves on stage, how to answer impromptu questions. And so these skills are skills that are going to carry them beyond the international pageant stages, well into college and well into their careers.
I love the fact that there's a confidence building element to this too, because I think that it's really difficult for a lot of youth and teens to kind of develop, and sometimes they need help doing that. But Kenesha, I wanted to ask you, you chose the name Executive Reign. What does that mean to you?
So I was the 2013-2014 SGA president of North Carolina A&T State University. And prior to running for that position, I was challenged with either being the Miss A&T, which is a female representative of the campus, or the SGA president. And I had so many people in my ear, and they said, Kenesha, you should run for Miss A&T or some said you should be SGA president. And so after praying about it, I said, you know what? I'm going to run for SGA president. And the reason I chose that is because there's an executive side about me. So of course there's a boy side of me, and I love all things pageantry and I love all things femininity. But I also love the executive side of things too, getting the work done, making sure that I'm advocating at that time for over 10,500 plus students, but now for all of the children and the adults who I had the pleasure of coaching. And so thus Executive Reign was born. It's a dichotomy, the executive side of me and that side of which I'm teaching my children, but also the reigning side, how to present yourself, how to carry yourself. So Executive Reign was born.
I love that. There is so much more to the pageantry and to presenting yourself in that kind of way, and taking ownership of that is really incredible. Kanisha, thank you so much for sharing your story and more about your business. I've loved hearing about it. Of course, folks at home, you can learn more by visiting their website, executivereign.com. You can also follow them on Facebook and on Instagram.